everybody, welcome to Something Strange. Today we are going to be attempting Vixella's Shell Challenge, otherwise known as Vixella or Vixhella as I have renamed it, because I had a bit of a tough time with it. It took me 7 hours total, about 3 iced coffees, 20 playlists or something ridiculous like that, a whole Easter egg and a can of Pringles. So that's the kind of time I've had with it. I decided that I wanted to go with a kind of Fame Academy type of build in Del Sol Valley. I have built an elementary school before, but I've never done any kind of like high school situation, and this is designed and like geared towards high school age students. So you're not going to learn anything, like you would in a normal school here. You're not going to learn maths or science or English, but you are going to learn how to become a celebrity. There is everything here that you could possibly need to become a celebrity. There's a movie studio, there is a gaming studio or like a gaming room, there's a writing room, a comedy room, music room, influencer room, anything you can imagine, we have got it. Any way you can possibly get famous, there is an area for it on the campus. There's also a few extra things like a sports centre, basketball court, a pool. I'm also right now building a car park. These were honestly just ways to fill up the space because I wanted it to be on this huge obnoxious lot, because everything about this build is completely obnoxious. The kind of people who would send their children here are people that want to live off them in the future. They want their child to become a superstar so they can get rich and basically pay for their retirement home. So obviously we don't have real cars in The Sims 4. I just sized up toy cars to put in the parking lot over there. I do like how it looks though. I think it looks pretty real. To make the black lines, I just placed down like tiles of black concrete onto the gravel. I used one of the get to work signs out there as a school sign. It's obviously not meant to be a school sign. I think it's for like a police station or something, but I think it worked because it had a star on it. That was the whole reasoning as to why. Here I am placing down the basketball court. I've already placed the pool. This is in like super speed, by the way, because I had 6 hours of footage and I didn't want to spend the whole time editing it because it just would have taken years. So instead, I have used all of it and just sped it right up. So now I'm trying to build the sports centre, making some light wells into the basement because that's going to be where the changing rooms and toilets are. By the way, if you don't want to watch the whole speed build and you just want to jump right ahead to the shell, that's absolutely fine. I'll leave a timestamp up on the screen now. And if you would rather just watch the tour, that's also fine. I'll leave another timestamp right here. The sports centre itself, I wasn't too bothered about making it look like super cluttered or fancy or anything. It just had to serve the purpose of like being a changing area for basketball games and swimming bees and things like that. So that's what we're building here. I'm building some toilets or like changing areas downstairs. I put in a female, male and gender neutral bathroom so that everybody feels comfortable, and inside the school as well there is just one gender neutral bathroom. It took me a while to kind of figure out the kind of things I wanted in the bathroom because I wanted it to be really basic but also like kind of the best of things. So none of the stuff in the bathrooms are cheap, but they did set the basis for every single bathroom in the entire school. I basically just copied those cubicles anywhere that there was going to be toilets. So you'll see I just copied over the toilets into the other bathroom over there. And now I'm copying over the sink and mirror display as well. Did place some lockers and benches, the kind of thing that you actually would have in a changing room. I ended up reconfiguring where the gender neutral bathroom was just because the changing room was going to have to be separate and I didn't like that. So I just moved the stairs back and put the gender neutral one a bit further forward, and then it all worked together. It is smaller than the other two, but that's just because of limited space. In the actual like gym area, I just placed a couple treadmills, some fitness equipment, some punching bags, some yoga mats, things like that, and a bunch of mirrors because these kids want to look at themselves while they're getting all hench. I also placed down some rock climbing walls on the outside. Right, so when I was doing repetitive things, I would stop recording and then turn it back on, so that's why we've just come over to the front now. I'm starting to place windows, doors, things like that around. I wanted to try and find a statue that I wanted to be in the front of the school. I ended up going for the spaceman guy, and they get another feature later on, which you'll see. Here we are placing the movie studio down. I put some like special effects lamps down, a couple of set pieces, a bunch of video equipment, and some editing items as well. Right, so now I was trying to work out how I wanted to fill that space there, and I decided to just plop a roller rink down. I think it works somehow. Like, it's good for fun, so if the kids are working too hard, they can go and do that like during their lunch break or whatever. So that's why I ended up doing that. Also, the spiky roof. I think I cut out the bit where I did the spiky roof, but like I said before, everything about this build is super obnoxious, so I thought a million tiny roof tiles that are like different levels really screamed obnoxious, so I just went for that. So now we're really getting into the main part of the build, which is the shell itself. I'm placing down the windows and doors that I want on the build. Here I am making our little spaceman feature on the side of the building. It's basically just 5 spacemen pointing in different directions, and then I put a bunch of rose bushes underneath them to make it look like they're standing in them. I did cut out most of building that because it was a bit repetitive. I managed to accidentally not record when I built the teacher's lounge, but you'll see it later when we go through the tour of it. It's one of the best bits of the build as well, in my opinion, so it's a bit of a shame that I didn't record that. So I do apologise, but you will see it later. I also gave the teachers a bar because, one, I mean, it's just juice, so there's no problem. And two, if you're working in a school like this, I think you might need a little bit of relief at the end of the day. Okay, so the staircase, I wanted to try and fit over in that little corner there. It's probably one of the best places for a staircase in this shell, in my opinion. So I went ahead and stuck that down. These rooms end up going away, by the way. I don't keep them. They kind of take up too much space. So I end up making the top floor kind of more open plan with some generic fame items plopped around instead. Now we're building the floor plan for downstairs, some of the downstairs classrooms. I wanted to put the cafeteria there because obviously there's an outdoor dining space. It was always my intention for the dining area to go there, so I've popped one of the cafeteria items in there, and I'm going to place down some tables as well. So now we're doing the music room. Obviously that's one of the best ways to get famous. Eventually you can make quite a lot of money off doing that as well when you can license songs. So I thought it would be one of the best. So definitely one of the better options. I end up getting rid of all those rugs, by the way, for those of you that are like freaking out about them, because I know that they are quite ugly. I just put one of the little busking spaces outside as well by the outdoor dining area, because then people can entertain their peers during lunchtime. That's like a little vlogging studio type thing that we built there. Now we're building a comedy room. And this is the writing room. I think writing is one of the more boring ways to get famous, but it's definitely one of the easiest. You just sit and watch your sim on the computer for hours and hours on end and hope that it goes well for them. But you can get very, very rich and very famous very quickly when you write. So I suppose in that sense, it is a good skill. All the decorations in the rooms, by the way, I tried to get ones with like emotional auras so that they would be like playful in the comedy room and inspiring in the writing room, things like that, just so that it would assist the Sims in building their skills. This is the gaming room, massive TV, sofa, consoles. It's all you need. And again, another way to get famous if you enter the professional gaming tournaments, not just by playing games. So I wanted to talk about something I actually had a little bit of trouble with while working on this build. I was struggling to place down roofs while I was doing the shell challenge, so I was trying to build like a covering over the front there where there's, you know, no walls, and it wasn't letting me place the roofs down. It turns out that sometimes if you're using glass roof, that's just a little glitch that happened. So if that's happening to you, if you can't place your roof and it's saying can't place roof in enclosed space, just delete the glass roof that you have for now and replace it later. So now I'm just putting some finishing touches in. So you'll see upstairs I just placed a dance floor and also a photo studio for all of your Simstagram needs. There's also some computers so you can update your status. Now I'm just cluttering up the place a little bit, placing some decor and posters and things around the school. I chose to put a flag outside because I came across it and thought that would be a cool addition. Sad Clown had to make an appearance in the comedy room, of course. I went ahead and put all the signed gaming posters in. Figured the people who were famous in the Sims universe, they all went to this Fame Academy, don't you know? Movie posters and things around, articles of alumni, starlet posters of people who've been to the school, famous artists' work on the wall. Have all been Here I am getting rid of the ugly carpets in the music room because honestly it did look ugly. I just put a carpet down instead. So guys, that's the end of the speed build. This is the purpose-built sim I made just for touring the build. So let's go and have a look around. This is how it looks as you first walk up to it. I'm quite happy with that. I love how the sun shines in Del Sol Valley like pretty much all the time because it's got great weather, obviously. I guess it's supposed to be a bit like LA. There's our movie studio. And our outdoor dining area. Very nice. I'm kind of happy with how the movie studio turned out because I just kind of threw it together. I've never built anything like that before, but it's literally just place a green screen down, some set pieces, and you are good to go. Our little busking area for people to entertain their friends. And here's the inside of our fitness suite. I like that yellow colour in there actually. I thought it was going to look a bit too bright, but I think it kind of complements the colours in there quite well. Hi. So I tried to build bleachers by the pool and the basketball court, by the way. It's hard to do. If anyone knows of a way to layer foundations behind each other, let me know in the comments, because I don't know how to do that. I really did try though. I don't know if it's even possible. So I'm just gonna pop her over here so that we can get a good look at the whole back of the school. Now we're back to the side entrance, or like the outdoor dining space. We're gonna go into the cafeteria. Movie posters from like former students' movies, I guess. Vending machines, menus on the table because it's fancy. Right, okay, the first room we're going to look at is the comedy room. Here it is, guys. We're going to the writing room next, which is easily my least favourite room in the whole build, just because of how boring it is, but it's just all you need in a room where you're just going to make Sims write is chairs, computers and desks. So I did my best. Here's the influencer room. There's some drones on the floor. There's 2 more views video stations, I think they're called. There's one of those boards over there for the style influencer career. And I guess that these posters are supposed to be like famous Simstagram stars. Here's the music room. I like this room. It feels kind of cozy. I think it's because it's the only one with a carpet. I also really like the 4 microphones placed together because I imagine you could get some really good bops going with some singing Sims. I think that would be kind of nice. I also like the decor in this room. Okay, so now we're gonna go upstairs. Right, so on the balcony that was built into the shell, I placed a load of canvases. Easy way other than writing to get famous is to paint. So loads of canvases, a photo studio for all of your Simstagram needs, and a bunch of computers for updating your Simstagram story and your Simstagram status. I don't even know if that's what it's called. Like a starlet poster. There's some art on the wall there that I imagine is by like a famous artist that used to go to the school. This is the gaming room. I really like this room. I think it's nice and bright. It would probably be my favourite room in the school. What a cool class to have, just playing games all day. Unnecessary amount of consoles. I know you only need 1 to play a game, but I just thought it looked cool. And, you know, more obnoxious, as is the aim in this entire build. And a bunch of signed posters, as I mentioned earlier. Now we're going into the staff room. So I'm really sad that I didn't record how I built this. It's really, really not that exciting. It's really small, but I wanted them to have something nice because I imagine teaching in this school would be great because you'd probably make a lot of money, but it would also be really stressful. Anyway, that's where the teacher's bathroom is, down the other end of the corridor in the staff room. And I built the teachers a bar. I thought it would be cool for them to have that. So this is all it is. It's just a 2-seater bar. It's nothing big. Okay then guys, that is the end of this video. Quick shout out to Vixella, of course. If you don't know who she is, I don't know what you're doing here, definitely go and spend your time watching her videos instead. But I want to just say thank you so much to her for building such a funky shell for us to all have a go at building in. I really did have a lot of fun building this school, and I'm sure you guys would enjoy it too, so go and check out her channel. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give it a little like, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me in the future, and leave a comment letting me know what your favourite area of the school is. I'd be very interested to hear it. Again, thank you so much for watching, guys, and bye bye.